So the other day I had kind of a weird idea. I saw some Nerf darts laying around my house and I got to thinking, can I make a fishing bobber out of a Nerf dart? Now, these kind of weird ideas pop into my head all the time. I see something and I'm always like, I wonder if I can make something out of that that is useful. And this was the case with the Nerf darts. Like I said, I saw them and I was thinking to myself, they're made of foam, they float. I'll bet you I can make a fishing bobber out of them. As you guys know, I have used Nerf darts in the past to actually catch fish. I've actually made lures out of them, but I've never really tried them as bobbers. Now, I myself don't fish with a lot of bobbers when I'm out in the water, but there are instances when they come in handy, and when I do need a bobber, it seems like I can never find one. They're never in my tackle box. So today, we are going to run with this crazy idea and make bobbers out of Nerf darts. But first, we need to run to town and get some supplies. Of course, Ohio has the weirdest weather on planet Earth. It's pouring down rain and we have stinking snow on the ground, so it's gonna be a sloppy mess here in a bit. But hey, the snow's melting, that's a plus. Walmart. Alrighty everybody, I am back from the shopping spree, picked up what I need to, I think, effectively make a bobber. Got some coffee here. It's lukewarm because I brought it down here then to set up all the lights and the gear and everything, and hold on one second. Alright, we got some hot coffee. Now I am not really a coffee snob, but I do think coffee should be hot. Enough jabber about coffee though, it is time to make a bobber. So like you saw, I went to Walmart and picked up some things to make these bobbers, and the first thing I picked up was the inspiration for this build. These things right here, these are little Nerf darts, little Nerf balls. They are shot out of the Rival series of Nerf guns. Traditional Nerf darts look something like this. But these are around in nature. They are still comprised of foam, and I'm pretty sure they're going to be very buoyant. The second thing I picked up are some of these bamboo dowels. You can buy them there at Walmart in the craft section. I was actually looking for like kebab skewers, but they didn't have any, I guess because it's winter out or something. But I had to settle for these dowels. They will work, although they're a little bit thick, so we'll have to work around that. Nevertheless, they're going to get the job done. I also picked up a pack of standard pens. Sorry, I got a little distracted there. And of course, I picked up just some standard super glue. You're also going to need something to cut with. I'm using a utility knife, but you can use pretty much whatever you want. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is cut a piece of dowel about this big, and I will be saving the sharp point. That'll come in useful, so I will mark my piece of dowel, get my knife, and cut it in half. Alright, so I have my little piece of dowel cut. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is take apart my pen and remove the little spring inside. If I can get this pen apart here, as you can see, there is a center shaft right there and the little spring. We're gonna need that. Now, this little spring will be the mechanism that will hold your line in place on the bottom end of the bobber, and the only problem is, as you can see, the dowel is way too big for the spring, so in order to make the spring fit, we're going to have to shave down this end of the dowel to make it slimmer so we can slide the spring up the dowel. Now, like I mentioned earlier, guys, I was planning on using kebab skewers, but Walmart was out of them, and I'd still recommend you get kebab skewers. It'll save you a little extra time. You won't have to whittle these dowels down to size. Alrighty guys, as you can see, I whittled down the end of my dowel, and I can effectively slide my spring up on it. The next thing we're going to need to do is create a little notch about this far up the dowel. So as you can see, I made a little notch right there at the tip. Now be careful, don't make too big of a notch because you could compromise the strength of your dowel. But as you can see, bamboo is pretty resilient, so it can take a decent amount of force and it's not gonna break. Now the reason why I put this little notch on the dowel is so that when I'm out fishing, I can just pull the spring back, wrap my line around the little notch, let the spring go, and my bobber will be fastened firmly against my line. So that's basically how the bobber connects to your line. I'm going to go ahead and remove the spring for now. We'll save that for later, and we are going to go ahead and put the dart on our dowel. And this is actually pretty straightforward. This is soft foam. I'm going to grab one of these little balls right here, grab my dowel, and I'm going to insert it through the ball. Like I said, this is made of soft foam, so you should have no trouble inserting a dowel through. And I'm going to try to center my dowel in the center of this ball. A quick tip, you see that little Nike symbol right there? That is dead center on the ball, so I'm going to go ahead and insert my dowel right there. It'll be nice and centered up. It's very simple. You just kind of apply pressure, and boom, right there we have the dowel straight through the dart. Now you may notice it's a little scrunched up here at the tip. The way you can fix that is just take your little foam ball right here and rotate it back and forth, and as you can see, it fills back out. And there you go, guys. That is what your bobber is going to look like. I gotta say, guys, this looks really awesome. Alright, so the next thing I'm gonna do is just grab a little bit of super glue and just dab it right around where the dowel enters the foam, and this is just gonna keep it secure, keep it from flopping around. Let's just put a little bit there. So the next thing I'm going to do is just grab my spring right here and just insert it onto my dowel like so. And I'm going to grab the super glue and just secure the tip of the spring to the dowel, like I said, so it doesn't slide around, just to make sure everything is secure. Alright guys, so this bobber is getting close to done. The only thing I'm going to do yet is just take a little bit of this dowel off this side. So guys, there you go. That is the Nerf dart bobber. I gotta say, it turned out way better than I expected. It looks really cool, it floats really good, and I have no doubt this thing is going to be really useful out on the water. I know for a fact that these are going to go in my tackle box. They are super easy to make. You can find most of the stuff you need lying around your house, and if you need some fishing bobbers, this is a fun little DIY project. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you want to see more DIY builds, definitely let me know down in the comments below. Thank you guys for watching, and as always, stay hooked. I'll see you later.